morning. Hey, today I'm going to take you along on an adventure in the Detroit recreation area here in Oregon, and we're going to be covering about 60 miles of off-road motorcycle fun, and we're going to go to some cool places. We're going to take a little spin around Rainbow Lake and hit some of my favorite trails, as well as cross over into the McCoy riding area on the other side of the highway, which is pretty much unexplored for me. Hopefully we're going to get up there and see some great views of Mount Jefferson. So we're going to take off here on Forest Service Road 1003. It's just off Blowout Road near Hoover Campground, if anybody's interested. And it's a great ride through the forest. There's hardly anybody up here, and it's just a great time. So come on along, let's get this done. So here we are at the top of the first trail. There's a ton of these little trails. Most of them are dead ends, but they come up to these really cool little camp spots. And unfortunately, people tend to leave a lot of garbage behind. There's a few beer bottles laying around up here, but for the most part, people do a pretty good job of packing their stuff out. But it could always be better. Here we are up on top of another one of these dead-end roads where there's some cool places to camp up here. It's a fun little trail to ride up. It's not very long, but it's a few rocks. It's a little bit of fun. First view of Rainbow Lake. Now, even though it's not very far away, it's about, I have to ride about 10 miles on surface roads to get there. It's a real roundabout way through the mountains, but it's really worth it. Boys and girls, we made it to Rainbow Lake. There were some campers. There's only about 4 spots that you can get down to the water. This is kind of a really cool spot to camp. It's private property, but they're pretty good about letting you in here to camp as long as you clean up after yourself. But let's stroll down here and take a little better look at the little the 5th time I've been here, and every time I get here I enjoy it so much. It's so peaceful, and there's generally not people up here, but in the summertime there tends to be some campers. And this is such a fantastic place to take a ride to. The scenery is great, the trails are fun, and Even got the TTR a little muddy this morning. Entering the McCoy riding area. It's probably about a 15-minute ride from Rainbow Lake, and got some pavement here. I guess it's okay to ride on the pavement. I think it's gonna go to gravel here in a little bit, but we'll take some of these side roads and play around on some of these side roads a little bit, and then we'll get up to the top and see what kind of views we have. Okay, I'm here at the staging area for the McCoy riding area. It's a nice big parking lot. Some informational boards over there. No maps though. So we're on our own today. There's the machine of doom. And I will say, those restrooms are meticulously clean. I was rather surprised. Who'd have thunk it? So here we are at the snowmobile shelter. After about 4 miles of bone-jarring washboard on the gravel road, there were some pretty gnarly sections. Very doable, but it was a kidney buster for sure. But we made it up this far. I'm going to keep going up and see if we can get some great views of the mountain. Okay, we're inside the shelter here. This is a pretty cool little place. We got some big heavy-duty picnic tables in here for people to have lunch with, and also a little wood stove. Not sure where you're gonna get firewood, but hey, if you were desperate, I'm sure you could stoke that baby up and get warm. Make no mistake about it, folks. This is property of the United States. There's some kind of animal in the woods banging on trees back there. It's very, very loud. Not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's pretty spooky, man. It's probably Bigfoot building them a dugout canoe or something. I have to say, this is a pretty spectacular view from up here. My suspicion is it's just going to get better as I continue on up. I'm probably only a mile up from the shelter at this point, but pretty cool views. The TTR is doing great. I'm surprised all the parts are still on it. That road is rougher than a son of a bitch, but I don't think any parts have fallen off yet. So it's a testimony to the durability of that Yamaha hammer. The problem with riding up here is you have to stop every 300 yards because the view is just irresistible. I mean, the scenery is pretty spectacular. Kind of wishing the clouds would break up a little bit so that we can see Mount Jefferson. I know it's around here somewhere. I haven't really got a good shot of it yet. We'll keep looking. Right past these, and I just noticed the incredible colors of some of these little flowers that are up here. Mind you, I'm not a flower guy, but those are pretty nice looking.